Hello guys, so welcome to Kayo tutorials. So here I'm coming up with a small tutorial on modeling and texturing a landscape in Blender application. So what we are going to create is like we are going to create a kind of a toon landscape. So let's get started. So very first of all, let's go into edit. I'll go into the preferences, I'll go into the add-ons and I'll write as landscape add mesh. Just activate this option over here and close it. Let's go into this add mesh and you have a landscape over here. So let's click on this landscape. After clicking on this landscape, click on this option over here. So into this operator presets, you can see over here you have a lot of presets like canyon, lakes, mountains, everything. We'll keep it as a river over here. Let's go down and let's keep the distortion as 0.7 or 0.8. We'll keep it as 0.7 or 6. Let's go over here. Fall off, let's give it as X and Y. So once you see over here, you see that we have got some terrains over here. So if you want to increase that, you can increase the distortion and you can give that. So if you make it as 0.8, you see that you get this changes over here. So we'll keep it as 0.7 over here, that would be much better. After that, you can see over here that we have started with this. Now this part will be considered as your river part and this part will be considered as your mountains. So let's go up over here, select this and let's go into the sculpting option. Let's go to the top over here and let's sculpt it. But how you're going to sculpt it is like, I'm going to increase its strength. If you want, you can increase the strength if it is required. So let's again go into the layout, select this, select the top part, let's go into the sculpting and now you can see I can easily sculpt this. So we can reduce its strength over here. So I'm going to close this first area over here and if I press Control over here, I can slightly just push this in this way. Let's go over here and we have a tool called Fill tool. So you can see over here how it works. We are going to use a bit of fill and I'll just reduce its strength a bit. Again you can go into the sculpt tool and okay, so you have an option over here. If you want in the x-axis, if you don't want a mirror, you can off that mirror and if you press shift, then it is going to smoothen that particular area. So if you want to smoothen the area, you can easily smoothen the area over there also. After that, You can again go back to the layout, slightly. You can push it up and down if it is required. Don't do much changes, we'll keep it right now as it is. After that, again I'll go onto the top view over here, and again I'll go into the sculpting over here. If you press F, you can increase the radius of the brush. So you can increase the radius of the brush, or you can also use a box bracket over here. So you can use a box bracket over here. So if you are using a box bracket, you can easily do those changes. Now we also have in the sculpting part, if you go into the sculpting part, we'll be utilizing one more tool that is called a blob brush. So we have a tool over here that's called a blob tool. So we'll be utilizing a blob over here. So I'll be show you how. This is a blob. So let's go into this, and for creation of mountains we'll be utilizing this. So for that, before that, what we'll be doing is we'll be clicking over here for Dyna top over here, and we'll be doing as constant detail. So reduce the size of the brush. So before that, I'll be increasing its strength and the radius. Okay, so you can just off this. Alright, so let's go to the top over here, use a blob brush and increase its strength. So how we are going to create it, create a mountain over here is like, we'll be increasing the brush size. First make like this a circle, reduce the brush size, and just click on one side. So you will see that you can do such changes over here for the mountains over here in this way. In the same way, again go back to the top over here. Radius will keep it a bit less over here. So definitely we don't need the same radius for all. So definitely you can reduce its size if you want, and if you want to edit it, you can easily edit it in your way. In whatever way you want, you can go with that. Alright. So you can do it in your way. Again, you can increase its size a bit. That's it. You can do this stuff manually. Again go over here. I'll again increase its brush size. Alright. So once you're done with this, you can just save your file over here. Go onto the desktop. I'll just save it. So just save your file. After that, if you press, let's again go into the layout over here. Let's go into the layout. Now what we'll be doing over here is like, let's select this river. So this is a river over here. If you press question mark, it will isolate that particular selection. If you again press question mark, it will get it back over here. So very first of all, let's go into the edit mode over here and let's go into this and let's subdivide it. Let's increase its segments to 10. Again select this whole thing. Edge, and again subdivide it. So we can just subdivide it to till 4 over here. After your subdivisions is done over here, you have a fractal option also. So you can use a bit of fractal. So fractal is going to make it rough, or we can say it's going to make it uneven. So if you increase it more, it is going to be more fractal. So I'll just set to 1.4 over here for now, and I'll click OK over here. So as you can see over here, what I have done is like, I have taken a fractal. I have given a fractal option over here. After that, after your fractal is done, let's again press question mark. As you can see, now it's your uneven part over here. So let's again go into the Sculpt. Let's go back to the layout. So now you see that this is all your uneven stuff over here in this way. So now what I'll be doing is, let's give a texture of a river to this particular object below it. So what we'll be doing is like, so very first of all, let's go into the shading over here. Very important. So I'll again press a question mark over here. And let's take a new material over here. After taking a new material, let's just first give a color to it. So we need to assign a color to it. So let's assign a color, and also will reduce its roughness. So once you reduce its roughness, you see that you're getting a reflection over here. After that, what we'll be doing over here is like, I'll be adding a color ramp. So you can just press Shift A and let's add a color ramp over here. After adding a color ramp, also will be adding noise over here. I'm sorry. So let's add a noise texture over here. So let's add a noise texture, and also with it we are going to add a texture coordinate. So with the texture coordinate, object will be attached with a vector over here, and this color is going to get connected with this color ramp. So after you have associated with this over here, also now what I'll be doing is like, so this color ramp is for this texture. So it's like a noise texture. If you see a noise, I'll be explaining you how it works. And one more node I'll be assigning over here, that's your RGB node that you will find it in this input tab. So just click on this over here. So what we'll be doing is like, after taking this tab over here and here, let's again go into this. So this will get connected. So we'll be taking a mix RGB over here. So now one node will be connected over on this color and the other will get connected over here, and finally this node will get connected to the base color. So you can go into this and let's give a color. If you look at it, you will see there is a noise texture into it. I can use this scale option over here. And instead of mix, I'll go into this and I'll use a add option over here. That's it. So you can just use this details over here for this. You can again go into this. Definitely will be utilizing lights also over here. So we can generate this detail over here in this way. So roughness. So we have reduced its roughness over here. And if you want this color to be more towards this, so I can go with that towards this RGB, and the scale can be used for this noise much better. So as you can see, first we have taken a principal shader over here, your color ramp, your noise texture with texture coordinates connected with your vector over here, one RGB node, and one your mix RGB node, one connected with this. For this is with your connection of the noise texture, and this is your color node. So whatever changes you're going to make with the color, it's going to work over here, and that's your material output. So again, you can press just question mark over here and you can see this. So now what I'll be doing over here is like I'll be adding one light over here. So how we are going to add a light, I'll just show you a light. Let's go into this, go into light, and let's take a sun. So let's take a sun over here. Let's go into the layout part. Let's take a sun over here and slightly just push it over here. So you can just push it up. Let's go to the last option over here. That's you for the preview. Go into this light over here. Into that, let's give a multiplier as 5 over here. And if you see, you can see that if you move this angle, that light is going to affect that particular area. Can you see that? So if you increase, decrease it, you can work with that. If you want to change the color of the light, you can do that also. So that is totally possible over here. So let's just change the angle over here, and definitely make sure you activate the shadow part over here. So if you look at it properly over here, so what we have done is we have just created this terrain for now, created some mountains, and also we have created such kind of a river over here. So guys, if you have any doubts, please write it in the comment section over here. So further part definitely I'll be showing you in the coming tutorial. So please like and subscribe my channel. So thanks for watching this tutorial.